just said, getting out of that car debt, now I can start establishing some of that stuff, or do I start paying off debt?
Yeah.
You know, and it's always this game of chess with your money.
Yeah.
And the people that you, like the people that I want to be, or the person that I want to be is the person who can just say, I want to do what I'm most passionate about and forget about money.
Yeah. So for example, if you're passionate about horses, like, you should be able to go and explore it. If you want to go on a 2-year backpacking trip, you should be able to do that. I think everyone should, especially the younger you do that, the better, right?
I knew a guy who was a mentor of mine, actually. He went to college. He wanted to be a counselor to help kids in school who were struggling and going through challenges in their lives and help them grow as individuals, which sounds like, you know, so fantastic. And their career changed along the way to the IT industry because of the money that it provides. And I asked, you know, why is that? And they're like, well, I need to support my family, I need to take care of them, I need to be able to pay for my student loans and things like that. It's like, but what you were doing when, you know, at the end of that would have been so much more valuable when people hear about that, right? And that's something that I'd like to see in this world is, you know, people do the things that are really truly meaningful, not around money. Right?
Yeah, you bring up a really good point. You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and they're often podcasts with world-class influencers, people who have, you know, achieved incredible heights in their career. You know, even say like Tony Robbins and Cindy Whitehead, who's an incredible entrepreneur. I feel like these are all people who have who have pursued their passion like no other, even if it was at the sacrifice of being a starving artist, being a starving entrepreneur, but they just did it because they loved doing it. And maybe they had debt, maybe they didn't have debt, but then they eventually got to a point where the money started developing in itself and their endeavors. And maybe that was intentional, maybe that wasn't, but I think everyone deserves to be in that position as they are, which is they get to pursue their passion, do what they get to love to do, and then the money comes later, and they can still, you know, if they want to have a home and buy it and have a family, they can still do that, right? And I think that's really the dream with Pay It Forward.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of the people that I hear from, you know, that are very successful in their careers, they even talk about it. They talk about that point where they made enough money, they were comfortable, they took time off, you know, they went and thought about themselves for a bit, and then they kind of hit this point where they're like, okay, but what am I doing now? And it's like they can't stop themselves from wanting to contribute something to the world.
Yeah.
And I think the more people we can get to that point, to where they can focus on what's best for others is more important. So I can't do that right now until 30 years from now, right? Like, I will be in debt for the next 30 years unless I find a way to pay that off. And I think there's so many other people out there that are in that same exact situation.
Yeah. I don't know. Life's too short to not do what you love to do, or go experiment and find out what it is you love to do and what gets you excited.
Yeah.
Right? And in some way it feels like you have to defer doing that until the future, right? Or really diving deep into that.